Ka-chow.
Ooh, it's a different tone of ka-chow this week. We're going to learn a little bit more about what's going on with the medical degenerate doing medical things in different time zones.
Is that Evil Muff, Neme? Do we have Evil Muff with the goatee and the... I don't even know if that's real Muff.
Yeah, and he's got the cap on, and he's
This
changing
is a
the.
whole
I
new
wonder why
look.
he's changing it. I wonder why he's changing it up so much.
That's very weird.
There's some things that need to change, and they aren't just in the college football world for me. But this is sports stuff, betting stuff, coming at you live on YouTube, and this fantastic Wednesday, October 8th. And we are live. We are live post a terrible college football weekend for me. But alas, our next bet is our best bet, and that's what we're looking forward to today. I am your host, the original degenerate, Muff.
Hello, Muff.
Hello,
Hey,
hello,
Muff.
everyone. Joined alongside the Ohio Homer, the Ohio Degenerate, and the capo of the Midwest Crack House, Jim.
Good to see you all. Good to see you all.
And last today, certainly not least, today or any day, is just another Cleveland Degenerate, Neme.
Just here to keep helping Jim week in and week out.
Doing good things.
We know Jim needs that support, especially today, coming off parent-teacher conferences.
Yeah, I need all the support I can get.
How was that, Jim? Was it rough? Was it?
It's a stressful time. Stressful time.
We're gonna leave it at that. Fair enough. We're gonna
Yeah.
leave it at that.
I don't need to be in trouble in my house.
That's fair. How this works for any new listeners is we're going to go over last week's best bets, our specialty picks, go over the NFL slate, the college football slate, and run it all over again. This week, though, we have an added wrinkle.
Yeah.
Jim has committed to betting every Big Ten game from now until at least the end of the season.
Yeah.
Will that include Big Ten championship and any playoff games with Big Ten teams?
I will commit to the Big Ten championship.
Okay.
I cannot commit to the playoff.
Okay. Good. So there's the parameters that we have. Jim will have his own parameters, I'm sure, about what will constitute as a bet for these Big Ten games. We'll see if it mimics Alex and I's road to 272, or if he has some added elements, parameters, wrinkles, whatever we want to talk about. More to be discussed. For any other new listeners, just so everybody knows, exclusively we bet on FanDuel.
FanDuel?
FanDuel.
FanDuel
job,
is. Yeah.
Good job, Neme.
Picking it up. FanDuel is the exclusive betting app of sports stuff, betting stuff. While they may not sponsor us, we certainly give them some pub.
Yeah. I'm real upset. Like, what is it going to take?
I don't know. This is one of those, either we have to do really, really well, or we have to do so poorly that they realize that we're dumping money and they feel bad for us.
I mean, historically, even with the weeks that you and Alex have had, this has got to be one of our better seasons, knock on wood.
Overall, yes. As far as our win-loss record and best bets, our specialty picks aren't doing as well as they've done in the past.
Well, because we've stopped really, and I don't mean to be an asshole, but like we've stopped really investing energy in the specialty picks. We're actually working hard on our individual picks. Like we're actually investing time. There's no more baiting Alex or Jim into like doing something stupid.
No, well, to be clear, Alex is still baited weekly about Colorado.
Right, but I mean that's a given.
I did it today in the group chat.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it should actually be just a specialty pick. Will he or will he not? This is Alex revenge tour kind of thing. Like, but the rest of it, we're investing great time into this.
Yeah, we are. We're competing against each other as well, so it's important. Everyone wants to take it down.
We've always been competing against each other. It's just there's been a little bit more banter and, as Jim said, playful jabbing at, we're going to do this, right? You said last week that they were the better team. Put your money where your mouth is.
Exactly.
We don't have enough time. We don't have enough time.
FanDuel, quit fucking around.
Get on board.
Also, FanDuel, add that you can bet by conference. How about that?
Oh yeah.
That's a great point.
We can filter games by conferences in the college football world. A little bit of constructive feedback. Do what you want to do, FanDuel. You can take our advice and then, give us some of the proceeds from how those numbers tick up.
Hell, I'd even take a Jim Muff Neme boost.
There you go.
And Alex.
He's not here tonight.
Right, Alex is not here. Let's address this. Alex is not here. Alex is actually in the West Coast time at the moment. And this fact was lost on Alex traveling across the country. We said, this is the time we're recording on the East Coast. Alex is like, oh, yeah, I'm good. And then realized that 3 hours earlier was what time it would be in Alex's world. And he had prior obligations. So
Alex.
We don't have the medical degenerate with us. We don't have to listen to the waffling about the Colorado game. And unfortunately for Jim, we don't have to have the conversation about what will WVU do this week.
I know.
And we didn't want to record at 11:30 p.m. Eastern.
Amen.
Also incredibly true. All right. Well, let's get into our introduction of the totems, the tokens, the items of good luck. And at least one of them has changed.
Yeah. I
start with Jim.
Have the Ohio State football hat with the Ohio State flag on the bill.
So
it did well for you last week.
Does the university have its own state flag, or is this actually the state flag of Ohio?
This is state flag of Ohio. The state flag of Ohio.
The state flag of the Ohio State?
Yes.
Neme.
I'm still going to go with the first place softball trophy. I didn't have as good of a week as Jim last week, but I was still it was still above 500 and winning week. So we're going to keep sticking with the first place softball trophy.
All right. And I am still holding true to the statement about my item of good luck. I indicated it would be any Masters apparel that I acquired last spring in Augusta, Georgia, but I have changed from the hat to the toboggan.
The toboggan's a sled, but that's a combo for another.
Thank you.
What is this then? A beanie?
That's a beanie.
That's a beanie.
I think a beanie is like smaller, more compact, and may not cover your ears all the way. That's what I think of a beanie.
Again, we can go into it for a long time, and I think
that should be up for the fan question on the Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, Crick or Creek, you can put that on there. Which one is it?
Well, it's always Turtle Crick whenever you're talking about Mike Lang and the Penguins. So
there you go.
Buggy, shopping cart. What do you want to get? Soda, pop. What do we want?
When I first went to school in Wheeling, I'm from obviously the Cleveland area. I went down to Wheeling. There was a lot of these conversations on a daily basis about what a toboggan. What that's a sled, and they're like, it's a hat. And I'm like, I've never heard of that in my life until I went to school in West Virginia. So again, me and my friends still joke about it till this day. There's just a lot of back and forth on different.
The buggy thing is that's a Pennsylvania thing.
I'd say it transfers into the Ohio Valley in some ways.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, Ohio Valley is pretty much the same thing.
Southwestern Pennsylvania, Ohio Valley. Pennsylvania, remember, this also includes a huge state that goes far east of Southwestern Pennsylvania.
Yes. Yeah. I've never heard it called a buggy in the valley.
Well, I mean,
a buggy is either Amish or pipe buggy.
Or what buggy?
A pipe buggy, like a sand dune buggy, a dune buggy. I've never heard.
I feel like you just filled Neme into something new about buggy.
I've only known it as an Amish buggy.
Okay. Well, dune buggy.
Alas, maybe a further conversation for another day.
Yeah, a whole new podcast.
We'll see if we can get some fan interaction here. So, with that being said, we also have our NFL Survivor picks. Totally forgot about that. And Alex and I's road to 272. We do have a Survivor pick winner.
Yeah, so that's my section. So I took the Bills, who got smacked by the Pats on, I believe that was Monday night. Alex took the Lions, and he was victorious. So he is going to continue and see how far he can go. And as a group, I believe we decided we're going to start a new thing with you get all the teams that you can use, and every week we're going to pick a winner and a loser and see who wins that. So you can't pick the same game, obviously. The winner and the loser of the same game. It has to be a winner and a loser of 2 different games. And once you use that team, you can't use them again. So, like, if you pick the winner of the Packers, you can't use them as a loser down the road.
It's a very complicated explanation. When we get there, you're going to have to redo it again.
Two teams a week, Jim. You can't reuse teams.
Yep. You pick a winner and a loser. It's a survivor. Okay. So if you pick a loser and the team wins, you're out.
Got it.
Right. This may be done after week 1.
They can't be the same game because that's dumb. Like, you could just pick no, you have to pick 2 different games, a winner and a loser.
See, now you're throwing wrinkles in there, Neme.
It's because we're in week 6, and if we only pick the survivor, if we started over, it's kind of dumb. We're obviously
it's just because it only lasted 5 weeks last time.
Some people only lasted 2 weeks. Now we can bring it up for discussion, and we can just restart if we want of just winner. But I thought winner loser would be a new wrinkle.
This is Neme's shtick, so we're gonna let him do what he wants.
Neme says, but you just got to explain it to me when we get there.
I'll coach you when we get to it later in the show.
All right, coach him up, Neme. All right, last week's best bets breakdown. We will start with the blue ribbon winner for this past week. That is Jim.
So, in the college world,
who went 6-2, bringing his overall record to 24-19.
Do I get to explain how I did it?
Jim, I know you well enough to know that you're going to do that and you're going to forget about the rest of it.
You're probably right. So I went 6-2, making my overall record 24-19. The percentage is 558. The games that I hit: W plus 17.5 against BYU. Illinois minus 9.5, hit that. And Texas Tech minus 11.5 at Houston. I missed the over in the Vandy Bama game, and that was not even in question. And I hit the Penn State game. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to end the conversation on that right there.
I mean, you could have done the rest of the games and ended with the Penn State game.
No. I'm going to move on to the NFL now.
I'll make a dumb comment. Did you sprinkle on the money line of the Penn State game?
No. I wasn't that brave. I should have. But I hit the Lions minus 10.5 against the Bengals. I hit the Colts minus 6.5 against the Raiders. And I was humming. And then the Eagles decided to take a shit in the fourth quarter against the Broncos.
That was a good game, by the way. Good game.
It was, but damn it. Come on, Eagles.
But damn it.
So,
all right, next this week, second place with the win-loss record and the percentages is Neme.
Went 4-2, bringing my overall record to 19-15 on the year, a 559 win percentage, which is basically Jim's. Iowa State at Cincy. I took Cincy. They won. My other winners were Minnesota, Ohio State over 44.5, and Kansas State plus 6.5 at Baylor, and then the over in the Titans-Cardinals game of 41.5. That was a wild game, by the way, with a lot of that fumble. I almost got pissed because the guy fumbled going in the end zone. By the way, second straight week it's happened in the NFL, where an NFL professional players are now letting the ball go before the end zone, which is insane. Usually college kids are the ones doing that.
Right.
Anyway,
we have NFL coaches being fined for their reactions.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's just a little soft to me, but okay, whatever. At least in the Colts game, they benched the guy, and he didn't even play the next week. The Cardinals, he didn't hit him, but he bumped him or whatever, and then he got the last carry of the game. Then they lost the game. He had the most important carry of the game, and he didn't get the first down. And anyway, but anyway, that game went over, and then my losses are Cal plus 3.5 against Duke and the Ravens. I don't want to admit that I took them against the Texans, but man, that team quit or something. I don't know. Something. There's a lot going on there. Not just Lamar's missing. There's a lot going on there. But
yeah, there's definitely a lot to unpack with that team right now. Yeah. All right, I was next. I had a 3-4 record last week. Bring my overall record to 21-23 for a 477 win percentage. Penn State did not cover against UCLA. Texas Tech did cover against Houston, covering 11.5. The Rams not covering Thursday Night Football against the 49ers. They lost outright. Got a little bit better, a little bit right in some Sunday NFL action. I had the Cowboys Jets over 46.5, which was in question early, and then the points just started flowing. The Giants plus 1.5 at the Saints. Thank you, Giants, for turning the ball over on 5 straight possessions. I did have the Lions covering 10.5 against the Bengals, the absolutely terrible and hapless Bengals at this point, but there may be some positivity coming for this week. And I lost the Chiefs to cover 3 in Duval as the Jags take that one outright. And last for the week, he's not here, which means we can pick on all of these betting thoughts, was Alex, who was 1-5. How the mighty have fallen in this one.
You sure this is why he's not here this week?
We can speculate. We can put that conspiracy out there. Alex was so ashamed that Alex decided to travel to the West Coast and not be available. Alex was 1-5, bringing the overall record to 18-17, a 514 winning percentage. 2 weeks ago, Alex had over 700 winning percentage, and now he's barely above 500. Alex's lone win was Illinois to cover 9.5 at Purdue. He lost the Rams to cover. He lost Iowa State plus the points 1.5. He lost Penn State to cover. He lost Mississippi State plus the points 14.5 against Texas A&M. And he also had the Giants plus 1.5 at the Saints, as did I. So
I will say, since
yes.
I'm reminiscing about historics of the show, whenever one of us shuts it down and gets conservative, that tends to bite us in the ass.
I don't think it bit me last year.
It did bite me. It has bit Alex before.
When you say that, do you mean you start picking less games, hoping not to go on the shitter?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Usually, if anybody's shutting it down, it's like 4 or 5 games instead of 6, 7, 8, or 9. So a little bit more judicious in your picking. Next, we'll get into the specialty picks, starting with the Mike All-Star Hit Stick Pick of the Week.
Pow, pow, pow.
Ha!
It powed its way all the way to a win, as we had the Lions to cover 10.5 at the Bengals, bringing the hit stick to 4-2 for the season.
That's not bad. 4-2 is good.
Not bad.
That's good. Lock that pick in from week to week, loyal listeners. Next, we had the swift kick to the Killer Trav Dick risky pick of the week.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Oh.
We took the Giants money line at the Saints. This was the battle of 2 poor teams, and the poorest of the teams was the winner.
Yeah,
bringing the risky pick to 1-5 for the season.
Not good. Not good.
On to the Buddy Lay parlay.
Yippee!
Yikes.
Still winless. Now, obviously, the hit stick pick won, and then the Kansas State plus the points, which I believe was Neme's contribution, was the winner, and Alex, Jim, and I all lost.
Everyone's back in. Let's get it done.
All back in. And last in the specialty picks, Jim's Super Dog.
Super duper.
And Diego, we do not trust this week.
Did you see he was like motherfucking fans and stuff when he was leaving the stadium? Like they're all on his head. Poor Diego.
Poor Diego.
The Super Dog goes to 0-6, but next bet is your best bet, Jim. Always remember.
I'm trying.
And last, the recap of last week. Alex and I's road to 272 NFL bets. We both experienced hardship this week. Alex, week 5 was down 2.57 units, which brings his total overall units to, he's up 5.224 units. So a bad week for Alex, but he is still in the black. I am not, nor was I this week, and am I not overall. I had an even worse week 5 as I went 5-9 for the week, down 4.49 units, bringing my overall units down to 6 for the season. This, my friends, is the reason for the headwear change.
You're changing it up.
You need to turn it around in the NFL. Best bets, I'm still within striking distance in the best bets, but the NFL does need a bit of a shock to the system.
Okay.
I'm going to send that shock by, what did Alex used to say? He would wear the thing with the flaps because it kept the haters
ears warm.
out. Kept the haters out.
Kept the haters out. Yeah.
Kept the haters out, blocking the haters and the bad juju coming into my ear holes. So I'm gonna try that strategy and see what happens.
Blocking out the haters with the toboggan sled. Oh yeah.
Yes, with my toboggan. All right, that gets us into discussion on this week's games. Starting in the NFL in Thursday Night Football, we have the Eagles favored by 7.5. Traveling to the Meadowlands, take on the Giants over under 40.5 points.
I don't know if you want to be the Giants this week. The Eagles might not be too happy about what happened last week. We'll say they didn't. Saquon Barkley had 5 touches last week or something like that. 6 touches. I feel like they're gonna get him the ball a lot this week. I don't know if that means they'll cover, but they should definitely win that game. But Thursday Night Football, never know.
Yeah, Thursday Night Football is always the wild card. I'm going to be staying away from the best bets in this arena, but I'm looking at the over in this.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably a good take.
Looking at the over, that the Eagles, even if the Eagles put up 30 some of those points, I think the Giants are really. I'm not going to say they're in fuck it mode, but they're in like let it all hang out mode. Yeah. And I think we'll get some points just for the sheer fact that they're going to be trying to open it up.
Sounds good.
All right. Next in the NFL, moving into Sunday morning football. The morning game this week, 9:30 kick. We have the Broncos taking on the Jets. The Broncos favored by 7 over under 43.5.
I'm taking.
Where's this game at?
New York.
What?
I thought this is another London game.
Is it a London game?
Is it in Berlin or something? It's in.
It's an abroad game, that I know.
I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm really looking at the Broncos on this one as well.
Yeah, it's in London.
Yeah, definitely looking at the Broncos here. I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna say I'm probably gonna lock that in. You may as well just say send that one all the way to the bank, boys. Yep. Yeah, Neme, any thoughts?
If I were to lean, it might be the other way. Figuring the Broncos just beat the Eagles, and now they have to travel across the pond.
It's the fucking Jets.
I know the Jets are bad. I understand. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. I no best bet, obviously, for me. But.
All right, fair enough. Next, we get into the traditional Sunday 1:00 kick. Patriots favored by 3.5, traveling to New Orleans to take on the Saints over under 45.5. I am going to say lock in the Patriots.
Yep, me too.
Lock them in all the way.
Muff, what did you do to the board?
Nothing.
You did something.
I think just the Jets game got messed up or something.
Oh, yeah, that's my fault.
Well, the Steelers game's gone too, isn't it? There it is.
Back in the saddle again, Jim. Back in the saddle again. Yeah. So Saints, an awful team. Yes, they're coming off a win. The Patriots right now are sitting pretty. If we're going to look at the big picture, I want to say the Patriots next 8 or 9 games. I think there's only one, we'll say, solid team right now that I think even has a winning record. So the Patriots coming off this win against the Bills and have a lot to look forward to as far as their current schedule and what that could mean.
So you don't see a letdown here.
Nope.
No.
I don't see a letdown in this game, and I think the Patriots are primed to put themselves in position going in the latter third of the season to be like in the driver's seat in their division. I think that they're in a good spot. And I think this game will just further prove that they can beat a bad team and beat them by a touchdown plus. Next, we get the Seahawks the Browns at the Steelers. Steelers favored by 5.5 over under 38.5.
Is this the Steelers game that the Browns get? Because they always get one, right?
In division matchups are tough, right? It doesn't matter what their records are. In division, you understand your opponent. You know what's going on. Steelers still not fully recovered on defense. Not that the Browns' offense is really scary to me, but this seems like a game that's going to be decided by a field goal. In which case, then you would favor the Browns.
Neme?
So Steelers are off a bye, I believe, right?
Yes.
So
correct.
they're rested. The Browns have to come all the way back from London to then play. So scheduling spot definitely favors the Steelers, and they're being at home. And supposedly the Browns and Stefanski and the whole team didn't know Flacco thing was going to happen. The upper management just kind of did it. So I don't know. That might put the roster and stuff in a weird spot, kind of. Maybe. I mean, Joe was a captain and everything, so I don't know. It's kind of weird that they wouldn't talk to people. Not to say they have to tell the team first, but like not even the coach. Stefanski was like, "Wait, what's going on now?" I guess the Bengals called them and were like, "Hey, we'll give you a 5th round pick or something for Flacco." And we're like, "All right, sounds good." But he was only going to play like another. He was probably never going to start again. Like, go ahead, take him. But anyway, it's a weird spot. So I don't I don't really have a lean on this game either, to be honest. But just my thoughts.
Yeah. No, but I mean everything you say is taken well as far as the spot for the Steelers and the spot for the Browns. It definitely favors the Steelers. All of that comes into play. Next, we got the Chargers favored by 4.5 traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins over under 43.5. I'm going to stay all the way away from this. I have no idea what's going on with the Chargers. Obviously, we know where the Dolphins are at the moment, but right now the Chargers can't get out of their own way.
Yep.
And I feel like they're hurt every year, and they're hurt again. There's some guys banged up again. So yeah, I don't know either. Dolphins play well at home usually all the time, but that team's a mess too. 2 teams that are kind of a mess. No thanks for me either.
All right. Next, we have the
Seahawks.
Seahawks at the Jags. Jags favored by 1.5 over under 46.5. Obviously, the Jags coming off a big win, at least, right? Not over a team with a great record, but I would say a good program win as far as feeling a little bit better about yourselves. Seahawks coming off a loss. This is one of those games that's too close to call, in my opinion. I will stay away for the best bets, and we're gonna lean towards an over in this game for the road to 272.
Yeah, Jags 4-1 record. I don't know if a lot of people saw that coming. Maybe they did. Kind of feels like they're overachieving right now, on top of the world. They just beat the Chiefs, as Muff mentioned. Seahawks are a pretty well coached team and stuff. So I don't know. That I have no idea. Another one. Some of these games are tough. I have a lot more leans than college, but could see either way here too.
Jim,
I'm staying away. I don't want anything to do with it.
all right. Next, we have the Cardinals traveling to take on the Colts. Colts favored by 6.5 over under 47.5. I think somebody forgot to tell Kyler Murray when Call of Duty was coming out because I think he's already in the tank.
He's hurt too. Not practicing. Might not play. Which I believe the next man up is Jacoby Brissett, I believe is their backup. So they were already interviewing a bunch of guys from the Cardinals today, saying, "Are you good with Jacoby being your starter?" And they all said, "Yeah." So seems like Kyler might not. There's a pretty high likelihood Kyler might not play. So I feel like the Colts are like at home every week, by the way. But I don't know.
They got a lot of early home games. That's for sure.
I feel like the Colts could beat. They beat up a lot of other teams. Why not the Cardinals?
Why not us?
Why not us?
Definitely why not us. Next, we have the Rams favored by 7.5 traveling to Baltimore over under 44.5. All right. I feel like the public is going to be all over the Rams in this game.
I mean, yeah, I mean, what has the Ravens shown? I guess it's been 1 week, so you could overreact to 1 week, But their defense has been horrible the whole year. Started when Buffalo, they gave up 45 to Josh Allen in week 1 on that Thursday night game or whatever. Their defense has just been so bad for the whole year. Now you got Cooper Rush, and the Rams are actually really good, and they play defense, and you can't run on them. So if Henry can't run on them, what are they going to do? And again, it could be just one of those NFL games where the Ravens flip from 1 week to another week, but I lean the Rams just to beat them up until Lamar gets back.
Yeah, it's just tough to put money on the Ravens right now, right? They're offensively, they have shown that they can't run the ball when people know it's coming, right? Derrick Henry is not Derrick Henry without Lamar in the backfield with him. The Rams are a solid defensive team. I'm not going to say they're world beaters, but they do what they're supposed to do typically, and their offense is Puka Nacua, mix in some other people, then more Puka Nacua. So I would definitely favor the Rams to cover in this one. Jim?
And the Rams just got somewhat embarrassed on Thursday night when they played the 49ers, and the 49ers had literally nobody playing and nobody gave them a chance, and they beat them. So I think the Rams take care of business.
Yeah. Jim?
I don't like the Rams. I don't like betting anything in the Rams, and the Ravens are anemic. I will not put my money anywhere near it.
All right. Next, we have the Cowboys, favored by 3.5, traveling to Carolina to take on the Panthers team, coming off a win, coming off a Rico Dowdle big game over under 49.5.
The Cowboys should win. They should. There's no reason not to. But the Panthers, they're scrappy, and it's the Cowboys.
That's true. Right,
So,
we don't know what Cowboys team is going to show up. Is George Pickens going to get the ball early and be engaged the whole game, or is he going to go in the tank after the first quarter because he didn't get 5 targets?
Right.
It's for all of those reasons. I agree with Jim, and I will be staying away. Definitely interested to watch the game, just because I'm always interested to see what Cowboys debauchery will happen from week to week. But yeah, Neme?
Panthers are 2-0 at home this year and 0-3 on the road, and they're at home here. So usually in college, teams play better at home, not in the NFL. But I don't know. Maybe Bryce Young's just more comfortable playing at home for one reason or another. Cowboys are like a dome team; they play a lot of games in domes. I don't know. Maybe the Panthers can play well again, but I don't like chasing it after they just won last week. So
yeah, and I mean, Chuba Hubbard may be back. They may have a 2-headed monster in the backfield this week.
Yeah.
Right, so that may be the turning point, is getting Dowdle all those touches, and they're like, oh, we have 2 guys that can do work.
Yeah, they'll probably get Tet going this week for sure. That Dallas defense in the secondary is horrible. So
yeah, so all right, everything leans towards winning the Panthers in a close game here. Titans Raiders favored by 5.5, over under 41.5.
The battle of who sucks.
We have to talk about it. I'm afraid that I have to put a bet on it. We don't have to talk about it. Let's just hope that the outcome comes right for the road to 272.
What are you going with?
What's that?
What are you going with?
We're gonna go with, everything's already locked in for me. I'm gonna go with Titans money line. So when we get to this point later on, and we'll say I'm a bit more aggressive, especially with my underdog picks. I'm gonna highlight a few moneyline straight up dogs.
Trying to make up some units.
That's it. We're gonna get aggressive, and it's either gonna help us get right, or it's gonna put us further in the tank. But we're gonna, God damn it, we're gonna try. Next, we have the 49ers at the Bucks. Bucks favored by 3, over under 47.5. I feel like this is gonna be a public Bucks game. Like, even the 49ers coming off that win.
I would go Bucks. I don't know. Like, I have a lot on my card, but if I had to, I'd put the money where the Bucks are.
I mean, I will say that is where my money is going. I don't know if the 49ers, I'm not gonna say lightning in a bottle, but as Neme said, a depleted team that still found a way to win against what people are saying is a quality team. Maybe not the best team in the NFC or a top 3 team in the NFC, but a team that you expect to be in the mix in the Rams. I just don't think the 49ers can do it 2 weeks in a row.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, it seems like no Purdy again, no Pearsall, Jennings, maybe not. Missing Bosa still out for the year. So basically the same team they're going to roll out that they had last week. Everyone bet against them last week, got burned. Maybe this week the Bucs pound them. And, because I feel like at this point the 49ers are just kind of playing that, like, let's try to survive and get healthy. They like last week was like, oh my God, we won. Like, we can relax now, get everyone healthy. And Baker, he's a son of a bitch, I tell you. I wish he was like that when the Browns had him, but he was a little different back then, and he's a straight baller.
Was he different, or was he just
I think he was. Yeah, it didn't work.
He was less mature.
There was a whole thing that they just got into that this week because he was yelling at fans this last week, and that So he said he's been always done that, but now he can back it up or something. So point being, I think he's always been immature, but when he realized when he's playing bad, not to run your mouth, not to act like that. But if you're going to be winning and playing well and backing it up, then he's going to keep doing it. But in Cleveland, he didn't win really. We didn't win, and he was always getting into stuff. And again, I'm happy that he figured it out in his career. Because remember, he went to Carolina and he was terrible, and then the Rams picked him up off waivers, and that's what turned his career around.
Yeah, because he had that big Thursday night game.
Mayfield stand, sir.
Let's not forget
I just don't hate him.
In the Ohio Stadium.
Yeah, I don't hate Baker. I wish we kept him, and I wish he was good when we had him, and it's whatever. But I'm happy for him.
About your fandom, bud.
I'm happy that he's succeeding. Oh, you're talking about the Ohio State stuff when he planted the flag?
Yeah, I'm not okay.
Well, Jim,
I understand.
You know how you stop that, Jim? You win.
Shut up, Muff. Next.
Bengals at Packers. Packers favored by 14.5 over to 44.5. We have a new quarterback at the helm in Cincinnati.
And it moved the line 0 points.
0 points.
Right. 0 points it moved the line. I will say, I've locked in the Packers minus 14.5, and I am still comfortable with that. I do think that this trade helps the Bengals, at least in the short term this season, right? Maybe not week 1, but we'll say weeks 2 through 5 of Joe Flacco starting, as long as he stays healthy, because he's at least going to toss the ball up there for those receivers.
I can't believe he's playing. Like, he literally just got off the plane probably yesterday, maybe today, and he's got a game in 3 days with a team. I guess I don't understand. I don't know how NFL quarterbacking works, but maybe the X's and O's are very similar, but it's probably a lot to learn, timing and all this shit. Like, I don't know. It seems wild that he's starting already.
Yeah, there's definitely be a lot to learn, but I think for somebody who's been in the league that long, you can have a simplified playbook and be okay. So I'm not going to say you're going to see a lot of exotic formations or exotic plays coming from Cincinnati, but right when you got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase running down the field, listen, we just have to have simple concepts and get the ball in the air to them.
Yeah.
So for that reason,
probably a lot of screens.
Right. So for that reason, like I said, I would still have probably taken this line, but we'll just say I feel a little less comfortable about taking the Packers to win by a touchdown plus.
What about the over?
2 touchdown plus, I should say. I would say the over is definitely going to be live, right? We know the Bengals defense is terrible. And like I said, at least we know the Bengals are going to be opening it up with a quarterback that's a gunslinger.
Can we just talk about, Joe Flacco's mental state for a minute? This man
probably can't be good.
Several years ago, he was on the couch chilling. He came back, had a hell of a run, walked around a little bit, was a journeyman, had a shit run at Cleveland with people that he knew were chasing for his job, and then
did he have a shit run at Cleveland?
He got smoked by the Texans in the playoffs. I know Jim remembers that.
Did they make it to the playoffs?
Yes.
That doesn't mean it was a shit run in Cleveland then.
Okay. But let's just say he just signed up for the Suicide Squad.
That's true.
He didn't sign up for anything. They said, see ya.
You don't have to play, Neme. It's a free world.
I guess. I don't think he's that type of guy, though, that's going to be like,
all right, Neme, let me ask you. Hey, Neme, ring. I got an idea for you. Go get crushed every fucking play.
Jim, they didn't have to call him and ask him.
Right, but I'm your agent. Hey, Muff, you've been traded to go get killed every play. Want to do it?
I feel like that's kind of I feel like that'd be like a beta mentality, though, to be like, okay, I quit. Because, who was the last person besides someone holding out or something that would get traded and be like, I quit anyway. I'm not doing it.
Somebody who values their legs?
Yeah, he's going to get destroyed. To your point, yeah, he's going to get destroyed. He better get rid of the ball very fast.
That ball's coming out in under 2 seconds every play.
Let me see if they came out. I'm going to see if they came out with props yet for Flacco to throw an interception, because that guy's throwing an interception because he's just letting it go.
100%.
Hopefully it's like minus 150 or something.
Can we make that the lock pick of the week?
Yeah, Joe Flacco to throw an interception. Jim, would you be down for that?
I would.
I don't know, because those odds are probably going to be like minus 200 something.
Yeah, I don't see it out yet.
Yeah, I don't think that's within the spirit of the hit stick pick.
Are there sacks for somebody on the other
Also,
side?
not with that, unless it's a 3+ sack. I don't know if that's in the spirit either, Jim.
Player props don't usually come out till like Friday.
Yeah. So we'll definitely be. I mean, I want to watch that game for that reason alone.
It's like NASCAR, waiting for the wreck.
I won't be able to watch that game. Maybe the second half. I'll be on the golf course Sunday, boys. On the golf course.
Sweet.
Yep. Next in Sunday night football action, we have the Lions at the Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 2.5 over to 52.5. Lock me in for the Lions. Lock it in. I don't care what anybody has to say. I don't care that the Chiefs are fighting for their season right now. Give me the Lions.
I think I'm already on that. Yep.
I'm too worried about that game. I'm not messing with it.
He's afraid of the Chiefs.
False confidence in the Lions. This one, as you think?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the primetime game. It's the Chiefs.
They played in primetime last week and lost to the Jags.
Mahomes was screaming at the refs. Maybe this will get a better set of refs for Patrick to get his little calls that he wants to get.
Next in Monday Night Football, the double dip. 2 Monday night games this week. First with the Bills, favored by 4.5, traveling to Hotlanta to take on the Falcons. Over under 49.5. I'm also going to lock in the Bills.
Falcons been playing decent. Sneaky
decent. Wasn't that one of Alex's new phrases?
Yeah.
He's not here, so I had to say it.
That's fine. I just want to make sure we give a proper attribution. I don't think the Bills play like that 2 weeks in a row. And I think the Patriots are sneaky good.
Yeah.
Sneaky good is better than sneaky decent, in my opinion.
Okay. You don't think the Falcons are sneaky good? Their defense might be sneaky good.
I think they're sneaky decent. Sneaky decent. I think they're still a middling team in the broader scope of the NFL. I'm glad the Falcons are playing better this year. I think that's good for the NFL when you have a good team in Atlanta. But no, I don't. I think this is a get right spot for the Bills. I think they win by 10+.
People forget that the Falcons lost to the Panthers 30-0.
Right.
I may have forgot that, but my bet didn't forget about it.
No problem. I was letting you know. Give you a boost of confidence.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Neme is not my emotional support human, but he's an emotional betting supporter.
That's correct.
All right. Bears at Commanders. Commanders favored by 4.5, over under 49.5. I'm actually interested to watch this game on Monday night.
It's all you're gonna have left.
Well, no, the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, this will be the only game, but up until that, we'll have Bills Falcons.
7:15, 8:15 on Monday.
If I were leaning, I'd go Commanders because fuck Kevin Warren. But
Scary Terry, is he questionable this game still?
Yeah, it doesn't. He's still not practicing.
Yeah, if you told me that he's playing and he's going to be able to make it through the game, he's not on like a snap count, I'd lock in the Commanders right now with you, Jim. That being said, the road to 272, I am looking at an under in this game. I'm going to assume that Scary Terry does not play, and this is more of a slugfest up and down the field.
Okay.
But Terry plays, that might go right out the window, and I'm just pissed off Monday night. TBD. All right, that wraps up the NFL. Let's get into some college foosball, starting with some Friday night football. First, we have number 24, South Florida, favored by 1.5, traveling to North Texas. There's a lot of people that are super high on this game, ready for fireworks, ready for points, over under 68.5.
Let me Florida.
South Florida's a good team. I haven't seen North Texas, but I know
that's my cap on this game. Is everyone knows South Florida beat Florida, and everyone knows South Florida beat whoever else they beat. Nobody knows anything about North Texas, but they got some players. They got a lot of guys from Sam Houston last year that was actually had a defense. A lot of all their guys here. I like North Texas as a best bet. Obviously, money line
68.5.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know
They're
about
ready for
that.
points.
I don't know about that. FanDuel, I just checked. That's 66.5 now. So, but anyway,
Still the
I like
highest
nothing.
over under of the slate we have here.
It's certainly possible. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I think Jim made a statement.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
So
I'm staying away.
Good.
If my money gets like itchy in my pocket and I happen to turn that game on, I'm gonna go South Florida for funsies. But I'm probably gonna watch that game for fun. Like that's one I'll turn on.
It's a Friday night fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, it's a 1.5 spread, so
Gotta
obviously
be better than the next one.
Go on, Jim.
Rutgers at Washington. Washington favored 10.5, over under 59.5. I believe if I'm not taking it as a best bet, I know which way I'm going for the Jim's bingo board, Big Ten bingo board. For the bingo board, I'm taking Washington minus 10.5. I think Washington covers.
All right. Is this? I mean, I know you've watched Rutgers and Washington this year.
Yeah.
Does Washington's performance against Ohio State lead you to this, or is this just because you've watched both teams and this is your informed opinion?
This is my informed opinion. I don't think Rutgers has it. I think Shiano's good, but he doesn't have the talent. And I think Washington does have talent. It's a Friday night game at Washington. I'm saying this out loud to you all. Washington is now officially on my bucket list of venues I want to go to. And the crowd's a good crowd. I believe this is a night game. Yeah, it's a night game. Duh. I just think they show up and handle business.
Rutgers played 5 games, all 5 have won over so far this year. Just a little tidbit.
I mean, I think it's going to score points, but I think Washington scores more.
There we go. Oh, boys, we got a problem here.
Oh, God, here we go. Too much caffeine or too much nicotine again.
Yep, too much nicotine. 2 6 milligram Zims at the same time. Not a recipe for success.
You,
Oh, God, here we go. Here we go, dude.
He's dead.
He's ruined the pod. He's gonna sit here and just do that the whole time.
All right, Jim, go on with football.
Jesus. Okay, so Saturday, number 8 Bama minus 3.5 at number 14 Missouri. Over under 52.5. The football fan in me says I want Missouri. I want Darth Vader to finally conquer the heartthrob of Luke Skywalker and the golden child of the SEC. Bama's on a heater. They are riding high. I lean heavily towards Missouri, though.
Yeah, I think it'd be obviously this game's at noon. I'm not sure if that helps or hurts Missouri as a home field. Obviously, people think that hurts them, but place gonna be rocking. That's for damn sure.
I think the turnout for Missouri is never great in terms of
really.
No
Well, if it were ever to be rocking, it better be rocking for this one. I guess.
Yeah, I mean they got to show the fuck up.
Yeah. We'll see if the real Penn State quarterback can get it done, Mr. Bull Prabula or whatever, the guy that they should have kept. No lean for me. Great game to watch. No idea, to be honest. Should be a good game.
I mean, it's almost like they're Ohio State and let go Joe Burrow, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
That's fair. But didn't we win a natty getting rid of him?
Yeah. Prabula wins a natty. Yeah.
You keep your nicotine overdose going. Pittsburgh at number 25, Florida State. No spread here, I guess. Since Muff messed with the board again. Over under 57.5. Somebody give me those stats since Muff in his hiccup stupor fucked this up.
This line is Florida State minus 10.5.
I mean, Florida State should cover here, but it is Pitt, and they always catch somebody. And Florida State is,
The big thing about this Pitt team is they just changed quarterbacks last game. They got rid of Eli Holstein. Well, they didn't get rid of him, but benched Eli Holstein for some younger guy, and he threw for 323 and 4 TDs. So some people are saying, oh, now they're going to be so good because he's a better quarterback, but you never know week in and week out with the college kids. So Florida State should roll, but who knows?
I'm staying away. Number
Okay.
1, Ohio State, minus 14.5 against number 17, Illinois. At Illinois, over under 49.5. In my opinion, the real test of Ohio State. 14.5. It's a noon game. Bielema will have had his lunch. I'm excited to watch the game. I won't be betting. Couldn't even tell you which way to lean. I'm pumped to watch the game.
I think Ohio. I think I'm probably going to lean Ohio State for best bets. Illinois got smacked by Indiana. I just don't think Illinois is that good, and they definitely don't play very good defense. And I think that's a terrible matchup for Ohio State, who's going to play defense. And hopefully, Sayin gets slinging it around. They've been a little conservative with him, so far out the gates. But I feel like this is a week where they can let him sling it, and he can sling it all over the field. So I think Ohio State beats him up pretty good.
The exact opposite of you.
What do you mean?
I would say that they let him sling it around in the Minnesota game. They did some unconventional things.
What about Washington? They didn't, though.
No, they shut him down. And I think Bielema was a good enough coach where you need to be careful with Sayin and rely heavily on the defense in this one, because I think if Bielema can't get his offense going, he's screwed.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, so that's partly what I was saying is that Ohio State's defense is the worst matchup Illinois could probably ask for.
Yes,
because I don't think Illinois is going to be able to score. So I still think Ohio State covers.
It's homecoming season. It's homecoming season. That's all I'm going to say. At home against Illinois, homecoming season.
What does that mean? They're going to go to a dance after?
It's homecoming season. It may be a homecoming game. I don't know.
Unless if it is, though, over there, hiccup, Daffy Duck.
Listen, it's homecoming season, which means every home team is alive and is in play.
That is the worst take. Unless it's the actual homecoming, it doesn't matter.
Well, I'm going to say it's homecoming then. If that's
Illinois homecoming was September 21st to the 27th.
Okay, so a month ago, Muff.
Still homecoming. Not a month ago, Jesus.
All right. Washington State at number 4, Ole Miss. I put this in here for funsies. Minus 33.5. Over under 58.5. Does Ole Miss cover?
I don't think so.
Oh, bet it then, Neme. Bet it.
You know what? The only reason I say that is I thought about it. No, I was honestly considering it. They have Georgia next week. So that's the only thing that's like a spot type thing.
Are you saying that Lane shuts it down?
I don't think they shut it down, but I just don't think they play that well. But again, I didn't do it because I went and looked at Washington State, and they've gotten beat pretty good by some teams that aren't as good as Ole Miss. So I was like, okay, I'll stay away, but I would not take Ole Miss. I leaned Washington State, but I'm not.
Feet. You got scared.
I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I got cold feet. You're right.
Okay. All right. UCLA.
Going back to what Muff said, Illinois' homecoming was.
I didn't even hear a word he said.
No, but he said it's talking about homecoming, and Illinois played USC and they beat them. So he's partially right. I'm a support human. That's all I can do.
UCLA at Michigan State. Michigan State's minus 8.5, over under 45.5. Not going to be one of my best bets, but for the Big Ten bingo, I'm taking UCLA plus the points.
Is it possible that we could talk this game for the Super Dog?
Oh, it's already in there. It's locked as a Super Dog.
Woo! I love it. I think UCLA figured something out last week. They got a new OC in. They got rid of their head coach, got rid of their OC, brought the new OC in. Nico had got it going a little bit. Michigan State's quarterback, Mr. Aiden Chili's, is hurt, banged up. I think UCLA jumps on the momentum, and carries it forward. So
I agree.
I like it.
TCU -1.5 at Kansas State, over under 55.5. At this point, the Big 12, I'm glad Alex isn't on. At this point, the Big 12 is, I don't care.
It's a
Let
shit
them-
show.
Let them eat each other up.
Yeah. I'd probably
don't
lean
care.
TCU thinking they're the better team.
Yeah.
Kansas State's been playing a little bit better. They started off really bad. They've been playing a little bit better. I don't know. It's tough, like you said. It's hard. Anyone can win any week in the Big 12. It feels like.
Yep. Nebraska -6.5 at Maryland, over under 48.5. This is a game for the bingo board that I'm like, I haven't decided yet. Maryland 20-point comeback loss last week to Washington.
Oh yeah, they're up the whole game at home
yeah.
and lost.
Nebraska with Rule, not really like, they don't suck, but
They don't. Nebraska doesn't do it for me ever, really. Like they're always the team that people want to be good, and they're just never like good.
But a 20-point fall from grace to Washington last week is taking the wind out of Maryland's sails. Like,
that's pretty tough.
I will probably take Maryland plus the points in the bingo board.
Yeah, when I saw this line, I thought the line would be like 2.5 or 3.5.
Yes.
Not 6.5. So again, I don't know everything, so maybe that means to take Nebraska. I don't know.
Yep. Number 6, Oklahoma at Texas. Texas -1.5, over under 43.5. Give me Oklahoma all day long.
I'm on the opposite side, and it could just be that I have like a cover over my eyes. They can't possibly lose a third game. And like already. And if they win this game, they're still like possibly in the college football playoff. If they win
that
out.
sounds like a bunch of blinders. Tell me what Oklahoma's done.
I did say I had blinders on. I said it was
Right,
blinders.
and I'm confirming that is your support human. Tell me what Oklahoma's done that would say they will lose this game.
I'm gonna go with their backup quarterback playing is gonna hurt them. John Mateer is not playing. It's the guy that played last year, kind of runs all over the field. He played last week against Kent State, which is the worst team in college football. He played okay, but John Mateer makes their team. I think this new quarterback makes some mistakes. Archie plays a little bit better. How bad can that guy possibly be? Texas is obviously there's no home field. It's or is it at Texas? No, it's Red River Rivalries played. Isn't it played neutral?
Neutral's a relative term down there, I think.
Well, it's not at Texas's home field, I don't think. But
it's in Norman then.
Okay. Well, why do we have at Texas? Anyway. Oh no, it's at the Cotton Bowl. It's at the Cotton Bowl. So it's neutral.
It's in Jerry World, right?
Yeah, it's in Jerry World. Yep. So I don't know. I just feel like this is like it's number 6 team in the country. Texas had everything in front of them for most of the year. They're letting it slip away. This is a possibility for them to regain steam and momentum if they want to. They're either going one way or the other. They're going right in the tank, or they're going to get back up, and I think they could get back up here facing a battle.
I think this puts a nail in the arch story.
That's the other thing.
I agree with Neme.
Okay. Oh, he's back.
All right. If you want any great podcasting, or at least the video portion of the podcasting, just watch me for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, you were dying there, bud.
You were talking about what kind of reels to do. Just do that. Just do no sounds and just that.
Just watch me and live react to having way too much nicotine in me.
Glad you figured it out.
It's a process, Neme. It's a process. Next, we have number 22, Iowa State, favored by 3.5 at Colorado. I think I came in at the right time just to tell the world that, yes, Alex will be betting Iowa State again.
I think
Or betting against Colorado again, I should say.
I think he gets got.
This homecoming season at Colorado, is Lil Wayne going to be there?
Oh my god, dude. Let me check if it's homecoming season. Carry on.
Oh, it is homecoming season, Emmy. I just don't know if it is homecoming.
I am not impressed with Iowa State. And Colorado catches people. And Iowa State's a team that can get caught. They did last week against Cincinnati. I am just not impressed.
It is not homecoming. November 1st. We'll keep doing this, though. See if we can find one.
Once we get through early November, then I'll say it's no longer homecoming season. But I'm going to keep that November 1st date in my mind for Alex. Next, Northwestern at Penn State. Penn State are favored by 22.5, over under 47.5. I'm not going to make you look it up, Nemi, but it is homecoming season at home against Penn State. I would love to say this is a get-right spot, but I just hope we win. If I'm being really honest, let's very based expectations. Give me a win.
It is homecoming for Penn State.
No shit.
It is.
That does not change my thoughts. Just win, baby. Just win.
Dude, that team's got to be. Do they have to be in the tank? I guess I don't really know. I mean, could they still make the playoff? Maybe. Yes. I guess if they went out.
We went over this on Monday night.
The more I've thought about it, there's no fucking way.
Win out, Jim.
Who else do they play? That's a big part of it.
Indiana, Ohio State.
Okay, Ohio State. Okay, yeah, they beat Ohio State in their playoff. Yeah.
Well, they beat Ohio State and Indiana. They can't have a third loss.
That's what I mean. So they
have chance. They have to win out.
They play nobody else.
Yeah, that's it. It's a possibility. Outside chance, but it is possible.
So for the bingo board, I was going to take Northwestern plus the points. Homecoming season has affected me.
See, I told you, Novi, it's a thing.
It has affected me. I think it is a comeback win, but I'm gonna hate myself if they don't cover.
If they do not cover, and Jim, that's where Jim puts his money on the bingo board, then I will stop talking about homecoming season. How about that?
Deal.
Oh, there we go. Put it in the Jim. Right in the notes. Right in the notes.
That's a great point.
If Penn State wins, just get ready for the next 3 weeks. And I don't want to hear any lip from anybody.
Now I have to sit here and Google whose homecoming is.
Yes, that's how you will support me, Nemi. Homecoming season, your homecoming season support. All right, next to number 7, Indiana at number 3, Oregon. Oregon favored by 7.5, over under 55.5. Lock in Oregon. I'm not going to say I'm a believer for a national title for Oregon or Big Ten title or anything like that, but I think this is the spot where Indiana gets humbled slightly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tough. I'm not going against you. I just have no idea. Oregon's been playing unreal, basically. Won every game, obviously. Won at Penn State. Indiana, in the prior years in big games, seems to get smoked by teams that just have more talent than them. Could it be like that this year, or do they have more talent? I don't know.
They're getting smoked. And here's why. I present to you Jim's thought. Cignetti hasn't said shit.
You ever heard of Kirk Cignetti? You should Google him.
He has not said shit. This is his time. This is where it would be okay for him to get in the mix. I asked for it on Sunday, and we haven't heard a thing. So I think he knows that his team doesn't have it. And I think 7.5 is too low.
It has come down. I believe it was much higher than that, and it's come down.
Opening line, or this week opening line?
No, I think even this week it's opening was 14, and I think this week it was 9.5 or 10. It's came all the way down to 7.5. So
yeah, if you gave me 9.5 or 10, I may exercise some slight caution, but at 7.5, I'm hammering Oregon
all day long.
Fair.
Next, Arkansas at number 12, Tennessee. Tennessee favored by 12.5, over under 68.5. A lot of points. A lot of points projected here. Second highest point total, yes?
I want to say first highest because...
Did you say the North Texas State came down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is now the highest point total.
Yeah, now it is the highest. Arkansas, not the Arkansas of old, obviously. Not the biggest threat. Tennessee's the quiet little monster of the SEC. I think Tennessee covers this, but it's still Arkansas, so I'm staying away.
I've not had tabs on either of these teams to really give an informed opinion. So that being the case, I'll take Tennessee at home and homecoming season to cover if I had to.
Fuck.
It is not homecoming official, but Tennessee are nothing for me.
I'm glad you're just proactively looking this up.
I have to. It made Jim take Penn State. Now it must do. Don't worry. Next week before the show, I'll have tagged who the homecoming games are. Please remind me.
Not if Penn State doesn't cover you.
Right. If Penn State doesn't cover, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
All right. Florida at number 5, Texas A&M. Texas A&M favored by 7.5 over under 47.5. I really toyed around with Texas A&M to cover, not because of homecoming season, because it's Florida not playing in the swamp.
Florida's been tough for a couple weeks now. Lagway, again, either what Muff said, either he figured it out or he just played well at home. Who's to know? A&M's been kind of rolling through their season without any bumps. I don't know. Florida as a dog is just kind of scary to me. So I'm probably staying away. I think I'd lean Florida, if anything.
Ooh.
I feel like Jim's on the opposite side right now.
I'm going to stay away now.
They scare me, dude. They scare me.
I mean, Florida's defense is tough. That defense can keep them in any game, and if their offense plays mediocre, right, they're in it at the end of the fourth quarter.
Lagway was supposed to be a top Heisman contender before the year. He just hasn't played well. Has he been hurt? I don't know, but he played well last week. So
I mean, truly, are there any top Heisman contenders left on that board?
No. Anyone can win with one or two good performances and good wins.
Right. Right now, I put Oregon's quarterback. I think he might be the odds-on favorite at the moment.
I think
there's a chance that
at the moment,
see a defensive player.
Yeah, if things progress as they have, I agree, Jim. I agree. Next, we have Iowa favored by 3.5 at Wisconsin over under 35.5. There's the Iowa points total we've been looking for.
Homecoming.
Oh, it's homecoming.
Ooh.
They're going to jump around all over the place on this one.
I'm still taking Iowa minus 3.5. And if Iowa wins at the Wisconsin homecoming situation, Fickle seat gets more than hot. It gets burning.
That's fair. Yeah. If Wisconsin wins, it's expected because it's homecoming, right?
Right.
Well, we hope to happen. At least I hope to happen. Over under 35.5, though. Is this the Iowa of old where these low to mid 30-point over-unders come into play every week?
That over. I would take the over.
Okay. All right, next, 15, Michigan at USC. USC favored by 2.5 over under 57.5.
Give me USC for the bingo board.
I think I lean that way as well.
Was this because
Michigan is going to the West Coast? USC plays like such a different game than Michigan does, and maybe USC can get them into the kind of game that they want to play, which is that air it out, a little bit more scoring, high tempo type thing. Michigan doesn't really want to play that, especially with Underwood and young quarterback on the road. Like, I feel like I'm with Jim here. I'd lean USC.
All right, take your opinions.
I also think that I will give more respect to Michigan's quarterback if they pull off the win.
Fair enough. They are the underdog. Kansas at number 9, Texas Tech. Texas Tech favored by 14.5 over under 59.5. That line changed, Neme?
I don't know, but it's homecoming.
Yeah, I just put it in. There was no line in there, so I had to check, and I put it in there.
All right, 14.5. Give me Texas Tech to cover in homecoming.
Yes, me too.
Neme?
Is it at homecoming? Do we know it's homecoming, Muff?
Neme said yes.
I got it. Got you.
Neme had that one ready to go.
All right.
Texas Tech's been rolling. Texas Tech's been rolling. Speaking of Big 12 and people beating each other up, Texas Tech just beats everyone up that they play. So.
Yep.
I don't think
Kansas is that good either. So.
Our boy Alex is not on this call, and I can say what I want to say. It's funny how he hasn't said shit about money when that team was bought.
Oil money, baby. Didn't Muff sent that thing with the gasoline and the oil? Like every time you pump gas, you give money to Texas Tech.
That team was bought hard.
I mean, Texas Tech bought a softball team, and they've bought. I mean, they may be buying all the teams. These are just ones we know about.
That's what I mean. Like this team, and where's this Big 12 super fan we have calling some shit out? I'm just saying, where's Alex?
Nobody complains when it's a winner, buddy.
Everybody bitches when it's Ohio State.
Ohio State can't pay for players, Jim. They don't have the money.
You did when we won the Natty.
Right, and they've been in the tank. Jim, their operating budget. We've already talked about this. The football is operating at a deficit.
Well, I want to see people bitch about Texas Tech. That's all I'm saying.
All right, fair enough. Purdue at Minnesota. Minnesota coming off a boat demolition. Minnesota's favored by 9.5 over to 50.5.
Also homecoming.
I'm
serious.
This is the stupidest thing you've done to us, Muff.
You know what we need to do? You know what we need to do? I'm not going to say we need to do it this week, but maybe we need to keep an eye on this and see what happens at homecoming games.
That's fine. Like I said, but it doesn't matter if Penn State doesn't win anyway.
No. I'm not going to say that we have to talk about it, but this may be a side project for me to look at all of the homecoming games
really
and the spreads
this week
and see what happens.
Yeah, put it into your cap.
Yeah.
I'm taking Minnesota in the big board.
All right. I would say homecoming's worth at least a point.
Okay.
Just saying. All right, that's all I got to say about that. 10 Georgia, favored by 3.5, traveling to Auburn over under 45.5.
Speaking of places that are going to be rocking, Jim, this place, Auburn going to be rocking for this one at night too. And I don't think Georgia's that good. So
would love to see Auburn catch Georgia. Not going to bet it. It's a nice night game for me to watch. I'm pretty pumped about the actual night game slate, if I'm being honest. I'm going to enjoy this game and the next one. I'm pumped.
Neme, is it?
I lean Auburn for sure. I don't think it's going to make a best bet, but definitely would lean that way.
Neme, is it?
What?
Is it homecoming?
No, it's not. I'll let you know when it is.
Okay. South Carolina at number 11 LSU. LSU favored by 8.5. 44.5 is the point line.
I won't be making it a best bet. I won't be making it any bet, but I can tell you I will be putting some units on South Carolina so that I can enjoy my evening and root for my side team. South Carolina, winners of the SEC.
So it's not a best bet, but it is a bet.
I will be betting money on this game.
Okay. All right.
Damn, betting against homecoming.
Fuck homecoming.
Oh.
In the Bayou. You're betting against homecoming in the Bayou.
Yeah, I'm going to call Baton Rouge all the way to a cover in this one, Jim.
I'm getting my 8.5. I'm taking it all day long.
I think you're a little biased towards your preseason SEC championship.
Yes, I am.
team.
I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and fuck Brian Kelly.
Well, then make it a best bet.
That didn't sound very good.
Nope, not doing that.
We're having fun on this show today. People are going to like
this. Well, we're having something. BYU favored by 1.5. Traveling to Arizona over 48.5. Jim.
Yeah.
I remember you saying Arizona is an awful, awful team.
Terrible. Hate them.
And I know you do not believe in any BYU hype.
I do not.
I don't. BYU at least has some record to prove that they're not the worst team.
BYU in this game. I would take BYU in this game hands down. Like I would, if you want to talk me into it, I'd put it in my best bets.
Nah, I'm not trying to talk you into it. I just knew that those were your opinions on those two teams.
Yeah.
And the fact that Arizona is only a 1.5 point underdog.
I don't understand. But I'm not here to judge the Big 12 too harshly. Again, depending on the kind of day I have with this Big 12 situation or Big 10 situation you got me in, I can throw money.
Whoa. You got yourself. You agreed to this. Don't say I didn't.
I did. That's true. If I'm doing well with the Big 10, I'm probably going to throw money around at night.
I like it. I like this version of Jim's degenerate status.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to stay away because that line just seems super odd to me. Because I agree, Arizona is no good.
I hate that game. I forced myself to watch. It was a waste of my day.
Are you going to waste your night watching this game?
No, I got 2 other games to watch.
That's true. Well, yes, but I think that's probably a 10 o'clock start.
Well, I'll be in bed, dog.
Yeah. All right. 21 Arizona State at Utah. Utah favored by 5.5 over under 48.5.
Neme?
Two teams that I actually really like in general. I bet a lot on Arizona State, and Utah has been my favorites to win the Pac-12, even though they lost to
Pac-12.
What's that?
You said Pac-12. Does that even exist?
Pardon me. Big 12. Pac-12 does exist. There's 2 teams in it: Oregon State and Washington State. And
yes.
I think that's it after that. But I've been going back and forth on this one. Part of me thinks Utah gets it done at home. They had that bad game against Tech. I mean, they played okay ever since. Arizona State just isn't the same without Scadaboo. They can't get their number 1 receiver going that much.
Mm-hmm.
Shirley ain't going to be able to get them going at Utah, I don't think, with that defense and the crowd at night. Feel like they're going to get up.
Why is Shirley getting anybody going?
What's that?
Why is Shirley getting anybody going?
Shirley.
Oh.
I just I think Utah is going to get it done this game. But now, did you see the videos? It's supposed to. I guess it's supposed to rain or thunderstorm, and there's videos of the Arizona State coach with a hose spraying that Arizona State quarterback as he's trying to throw the ball, spraying the ball, because it's soaking wet, practicing. And then I looked up the weather, and it's 80% chance it storms and stuff all night. So anyway, look for maybe a mud slop bowl going on in Utah.
Is it 100% chance for homecoming or not?
No homecoming that game. This game.
Homecoming.
We're done with homecoming for the week. But we got the homecoming games. We can tag them.
For this week. For this week, we're done. All right. That takes us through the NFL and the college football slate. Leads us into our best bets. And we start this week with Jim.
Okay. In the NFL, give me the Broncos -7. Patriot against the Jets. Patriots -3.5 at the Saints. Muff, what are you doing? I can't read.
Graphics
Stop typing.
guy. Graphics guy.
Right. Colts -6.5 at the Cardinals. Muff, for the love of Christ, I'll handle it. Stop it. Texas -1.5 against Oklahoma. Texas Tech -14.5 against Kansas.
All right, next we have Neme.
I'm going to go with North Texas getting 1.5 on Friday night. Always fun to try to get some parlay starters going on Friday night that carry into Saturday. Ohio State -14.5 at Illinois. I don't think it's a good matchup for Illinois, as I discussed. I'm going to go with Texas -1.5 against Oklahoma. I think they get off the schneid. Jim doesn't agree, but we'll see who's right. I'm going to go with the similar mindset of Jim, but I'm going to go with the over in the UCLA-Michigan State game at 54.5. I think UCLA figured something out on offense last week. UCLA's defense is suspect. If Penn State can score 40 on them, then Michigan State can score some points too. So hopefully they score a lot together. I'm going to go with Bengals and Packers over 44.5. We kind of touched on that. I added that as we talked through it. I think there's going to be some interceptions thrown, a lot of scoring going on in that game. I'm going to go with the Rams -7.5 at the Ravens, just hoping the Ravens are absolute dog shit for right now. And then I'm going to finish it up with the Lions +2.5 against the Chiefs. This is one I was on the fence of adding. I left it in there, though. We'll go with it.
All right. I'm going to go with Ohio State to cover 14.5 at Illinois. We take Oregon to cover 7.5 at home against Indiana. Texas Tech to cover 14.5 at home against Kansas. Broncos to cover 7, traveling to New York to take on the Jets. The Patriots to cover 3.5 at the Saints. Lions plus points 2.5 at the Chiefs. And the Bills to cover 4.5, traveling to hot Atlanta. I will deliver Alex's picks. Alex is going to be going with Iowa State to cover 3.5 at Colorado. Surprise, surprise. Oregon to cover 7.5 hosting Indiana. Oklahoma plus 2.5 playing against Texas and Jerry World. Texas A&M to cover What is that
Oh,
line? Do we have
that, that line's moved.
7.5?
The Oklahoma line moved.
What is that?
It's Oklahoma plus
Plus
1.5.
Is Texas A&M 7.5?
Yeah.
And I'm taking Oklahoma, by the way. I put the graphic in wrong. You messed me up.
Okay. Texas A&M to cover 7.5, hosting Florida. Utah to cover 5.5, hosting Arizona State. The Jags to cover 1.5, hosting the Seahawks. Colts to cover 6.5, hosting the Cardinals, and the Cowboys to cover 3.5, going to Carolina. Time for the special picks, boys. Starting with the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week.
Pow, pow, pow.
Ah!
Pow. I'm looking. Patriots.
We ain't got a lot. I think it's my fault.
Neme's not on the Patriots.
I guess it's fine if you guys all are. I don't.
I'm just looking at other options here. We have
Lions. I know we had some Lions love.
I mean, that Oregon game, too.
Oregon, Lions, Ohio State.
Nope.
Looks like Oregon is possible. Looks like Oregon.
Oregon seems to be the most consensus.
Yeah, I didn't put it in there, but I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Jim?
Yep.
Hit stick pick is Oregon to cover 7.5, hosting Indiana. Not homecoming. Swift kick to the kill Trav Dick. Risky pick of the week.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Could this be the
Is
Lions?
this a Lions spot?
Yeah.
Just make sure there's nothing else to truly chat about. I want to say Lions is probably the best option we've got. All right, Lions money line. Traveling to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. Next in the Buddy Lay parlay. Yippee! We obviously have Oregon in there. Alex would have got the first pick, and Alex chooses Oklahoma plus 1.5 at Texas. I get to go next. Oregon's already in there. I'm going to take Texas Tech to cover 14.5, hosting Kansas.
Damn, Muff.
Jim Neme is next.
I'm going to go with whoops, what just happened?
Control Z.
I'm going to go with North Texas
Oh,
plus 1.5.
that means we're going to Friday night, boys. We're going to Friday night if we make it to the weekend.
What the?
It's going to be a start. I told you already. It's a parlay starter. Remember?
You most certainly put it as a parlay starter. And Jim.
Give me the Patriots. Minus 2.5 of the Saints.
3.5. Got it.
3.5. Sorry.
No, I just want to make sure there wasn't a line movement that you.
Nope. You're good.
All right. So the last of the specialty picks is Jim's Super Dog.
Super duper. I already locked that in. It's UCLA money line against Michigan State.
Like it. We're going to get
money
one.
line. Double money line. Now no money lines. All right. I think, Jim, this is your time to shine in the Big Ten Bingo.
Jim's Big Ten Bingo. I'm just picking either spreads or over-unders. Betting. What other rules do I need to put in here, Muff? What else do you want to know?
These are your rules. Whatever you say is what goes.
Yeah, but you guys do all kinds of jibber jabbers.
I mean, we
Well,
just said if you're going to take a favorite, it can't be a 3.5 more than 3.5 point favorite. That was our
Make your own rules, Jim. You'll bet what you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick based on the spread or over under. I don't give a shit about all the rest. So I'm taking Washington minus 10.5 at Rutgers, Ohio State minus 14.5 at Illinois, UCLA plus the points 8.5 at Michigan State, Maryland plus 6.5 at Nebraska, Penn State minus 22.5 at Northwestern, under the guise that if we do it, I don't have to hear about homecoming ever again.
Was it ever or just this year?
Well,
Definitely this year. We'll start there.
I'm taking Oregon minus 7.5 at Indiana. I'm taking the over 35.5 in the Iowa-Wisconsin game. Give me USC minus 2.5 at Michigan, and give me Minnesota minus 9.5 at Purdue, or with Purdue, at Purdue versus Purdue, whatever you want to say.
Hosting Purdue.
There we go.
All right. What's your Iowa-Wisconsin? Is it the over?
The over.
All right.
Yeah. Never mind.
All right. Let's. I don't know. Do we want to do Survivor? Or do we want me to list off all of these?
Let's do Survivor.
Games? All
right. Okay. As discussed earlier, Alex is the only one that completed the Survivor, so he's going to keep going the normal contest. He's taking the Jags this week to see how far he can go. The new contest for the group is everyone gets every team available right now. Let's pretend this is week 1. Every week you pick someone that's going to win and you pick someone that's going to lose. And once you lose one of those, you're out. But you can't use them again. So you can't just take the Panthers every week as your loser, because once you use them once, they're done. So I'll kick it off. My winner this week's the Packers, and my loser this week, get them out of the way before Lamar gets back, is the Ravens. So you can kind of piggyback off me if you want, but I thought it was a fun way to do it because we're on week 6, so if we started a whole Survivor over again, I mean, we could have, but this way, if someone goes really far, they can use 2 picks a week and see how far we can go.
So what
Does
if
that make sense?
What if one of my picks hits and one doesn't?
You're out.
What the?
Actually, we can discuss that. But maybe you're out for the winner or the loser. So, if your loser loses, you can't pick a loser anymore. So maybe we'll do that. We'll see how far we can get.
Whoever survives.
Yeah, you get 2 picks. You get 2 chips in the thing, and once your 2 chips are thrown in the pot, you lost. So we'll do that. Let's do that.
All right. I'll go next. My winner is the Chargers. My loser is the Cardinals.
Okay. All right. Alex is going to take his winner as the Patriots and his loser is the Seahawks. I am going to go with my winner. I'm going to mimic Neme as the Packers, and my loser is going to be the Falcons. All right. Now it's time for the marathon. It's time for the marathon. And a road to 272 bets. Alex would pick first, or would state his picks first. So I'm filling in for Alex. Alex's NFL picks are as follows: Eagles, Giants over 41.5. Broncos, Jets under 43.5. Browns, Steelers over 38.5. Chargers, Dolphins over 43.5. Patriots to cover 3.5 at the Saints. Jags to cover 1.5 hosting the Seahawks. Colts to cover 6.5 hosting the Cardinals. Ravens plus the points, 7.5 hosting the Rams. Cowboys to cover 3.5 at the Panthers. Titans, Raiders under 41.5. Bucks to cover 3 hosting the 49ers. Bengals, Packers over 43.5. Lions money line traveling to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. Bills to cover 3.5 at the Falcons. And Bears plus the points, 4.5 at the Commanders. Remember, for any of those that are seeing lines that are different than best bets or what we discussed, Alex and I lock in these picks earlier than the recording of the show, and those are the lines that we talk about. For me, Muff, in my journey to 272 bets, hoping that we improve upon our 6 units down current standing, I will be taking the Eagles, Giants over 40.5, Broncos to cover 7 at the Jets, Steelers to cover 5.5 hosting the Browns, Chargers, Dolphins over 43.5, Patriots to cover 3.5, traveling to Nolans. Seahawks money line going to Duval. Colts to cover 6.5, hosting the Cardinals. Rams to cover 7.5 at Baltimore, taking on the Ravens. Panthers money line as a dog, hosting the Cowboys. Titans money line as a dog, traveling to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Bucks to cover 3, hosting the 49ers. Packers to cover 14.5, hosting the Bengals. Lions money line as a dog, traveling to Arrowhead. Bills cover 4.5, going to Hotlanta. And the Bears, Commanders under 49.5 in the last Monday night game of the week.
Boom, boom.
Feeling good about it, boys. Feel like this is a team win this week. I think everybody comes out on top.
Yeah.
Hope so. Let's do it.
Look for a team win. You all can look for a team win by following us at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and Twitter, Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, rate, review, poke, like, tickle.
Get the bell on.
Ding, ding.
Get that bell on. And after this week, when we all are in the black, we all have more money in our sportsbook accounts. Jim's bingo board hits bingo. The buddy parlay goes yippee,
Yippee.
all the way into Sunday night into Monday football.